I got 1 million page views to my blog in my first year blogging, and I still get 50 to 70,000 page views every single month. And these are new eyeballs to my business that has nothing to do with me posting on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm not even on LinkedIn, but the strategy that I'm about to share with you in this video is something that I feel like all introverts of the world, all creatives of the world should be doing to grow their online business and to grow their income online. And if you're not doing this, you really should after this video. So we're gonna quit napping on this Pinterest strategy that I'm about to dive into in this video. So let's dive in. Yeah, I got a fringe. I don't know how I feel about it, okay? Be nice. I'm gonna be honest, showing up on all of these social media platforms every day, the pressure we put on ourselves to post consistently and show up and hop on video and do all of these things in our businesses to grow our businesses is, to me as an introvert, really, really exhausting. Don't get me wrong, there are days when I'm in flow, I'm batching, I'm publishing things. I've even done a 6-month experiment where I posted every single day to social media. But behind the scenes of my business, I have a strategy using Pinterest that drives 50 to 70,000 new people to my business every single month. And this is honestly one of my favorite slow, soft, cozy ways to grow an online business as an introvert. And if you've been around my world for a while, you will know that Pinterest has been like the catalyst, if you will, to my 6-figure business. If I hadn't been on Pinterest, I wouldn't be getting any traffic. I probably wouldn't be sitting here recording this video if I didn't utilize Pinterest for my secret blog that I started back in 2018. And I still, 7 years later, yay, cue celebration by Cool and the Gang. My blog is 7 years old. 7 years later, I am still using this same strategy. The thing about Pinterest that we have to understand is that it's not really a social media platform. It's not where you go to, connect with other creators, follow them, see what they're up to, engage with their content. It's not built that way. It's actually a search engine. So people come onto Pinterest to get inspired, to take action, and the goal is to get people off the platform to visit your website, your store, your business. And so yes, people are using Pinterest, as a way to create Pinterest boards and get inspired, and there's that side of Pinterest, but then there's the marketing side of Pinterest, which I feel like a lot of creators are still napping on to this day because they think Pinterest is over somehow. Like, no way. People go onto Pinterest to solve a specific problem that they're having, just as they are hopping onto YouTube, Google, ChatGPT. They put it into Pinterest to get the answer. It's still my #1 traffic source in addition to Google. It's bringing in people from content that I posted years back, which is just amazing. The secret to all of this is getting really consistent with your pinning strategies, pinning multiple times a day. And I know what you're thinking, whoa, that sounds like too much and something I definitely don't want to do. But that is where the sponsor of this video comes in. And I'm so excited to say this. I don't do a lot of sponsorships, but when this brand reached out, it was an easy yes. I've been using them since I started my secret blog 7 years ago, since 2018. I've been a customer and a user of this particular brand, which is Tailwind. Very, very excited to be partnering with Tailwind for this video. What I'm about to share with you are all my own opinions. And today I want to show you how I use Tailwind, how I spend max 20 minutes every single week to grow my business, to bring in these 50,000 people to my blog. I might sound dramatic, but it is true. Without the Tailwind scheduler, I wouldn't be able to stay consistent with Pinterest at all. That's just not happening. I don't have that time to be pinning every single day, multiple times a day, manually. That's not happening. So let's jump into Tailwind and let's look at how cool it is. All right, so this is the pin scheduler right here. This is where you can upload your pins. Maybe you create them in Canva, or I'm about to show you a really cool thing that you can do Tailwind as well to save you a lot of time. You don't even have to create your pins in Canva. You can do it all in here. But this is where you can upload your pins. So let's do that right now. And I created these in Canva. So I'm just gonna batch upload them right into Tailwind. Now, the cool thing that you can do that you couldn't before is that you can bulk edit all of your pins at once. I love to do this because I usually create around 5 to 10 different pins per blog post. That's been my strategy since day one, and I'm still using it because it's working. So why stop doing things that are working? Click on create pins. All right, so now all of these pins that I've created and uploaded are going to show up in the draft section right here. On the right hand side, you can see the smart schedule, which are all of the pins that I've already scheduled. They are ready to go to be posted to Pinterest. And as you can see, I have scheduled a lot of content ahead of time because I do this on a weekly basis. I spend 10 minutes in Tailwind and then I'm ready to go for the month, basically. And so I'm posting multiple times a day. As you can see, I could probably be posting a little bit more, to be honest, but this is what the smart schedule looks like. And the cool thing about this is that the times aren't random. Tailwind will actually tell you when you are the most likely to get the most engagement with your pins by suggesting times when your audience are the most active. If you want to change your smart schedule, you can go up here, click on smart schedule settings. Now I'm not going to change this because I already set it up, but you can come in here and click on generate new smart schedule and you've got your time zone right there. And then let's say that you want to post 10 times per day and you can go ahead and click save changes and it's automatically going to generate 10 time slots per day for times when your audience are likely to be on Pinterest and to engage with your content. So this is really, really awesome. You can also fill in schedules. So if you have any gaps in your schedule, because maybe you have some posts that have a set posting time and date, and then you have a gap, you can fill in the time slots using this feature. Then you can unlock all pins. The ones that are locked are the ones that you have set a specific time and date to go live. Maybe you have a blog post that goes live on a specific date. Now, obviously you don't want those pins to hop onto Pinterest before the blog post is even live. That's not good because then it's going to show up as a 404 page. And that's not, the algorithm does not like that. Just be aware that that will unlock the lock pins, obviously, and then you might have to move things around manually. And you can also lock all of your pins as well by clicking on this button right here. You can also shuffle your pins. So let's say you want to mix things up and you had a schedule, but now you want to shuffle things around. You can do that as well. So you can just click on shuffle your pins. I'm not going to do that right now. Pin spacing is really great if you are creating, let's say, 10 different Pinterest pins per blog post and you don't want all of them to go out at the same time. You can come in here and then you can select the URL for the blog post and then you can set the default spacing. So it won't post pins to this specific blog post until 7 days has gone by. So this is really great if you want to change things up and you want to spread out your content for a longer period of time. Plus, I think it's really just generally good to do when you're publishing pins. The same blog posts go live like straight after all at once because then you get to diversify what you market to your audience and the content that you decide to shine a light on. Now we're moving back to the draft. Okay, this is really cool. This is something that I like to do. I like to select all of my pins that lead to the same blog posts. And then I come in here and I click on bulk edit. Now what you can do here is you can decide on a pin title for all of the pins and a main description for all of the pins, or you can just paste the URL. So let's say it's this one right here. You can select the boards that makes sense for that blog post. You always will make sure that the boards align with the piece of content that you are publishing. And then you can apply changes to these pins. So let's do that. All of the group boards have been allocated to the pins and the URL. So I don't have to do that manually. You can also write your pin description and pin title for each one if you wanted to change things up. But you can also do this here. You have the same description and the same title for each pin. Now you can click on schedule and it's automatically going to show up in your smart schedule. Now I have set my interval at weekly because I don't want the same pin with the same image, the same text to go out all at the same time right after each other. I want there to be some spacing. So you can decide if you want to space it out by weeks, days, months. It's all up to you. Another thing that I want to show you is the ghostwriter. This is something that Tailwind didn't have when I first signed up 7 years ago, but with AI, this just shows that they're keeping up with all the tech that's going on. And I think it's a really cool feature to save you a lot of time. Click on ghostwriter, toggle on create a unique pin title and description for each pin. Say it's informational content. The content is about Instagram growth for introverts. posted daily for 6 months. You just want to give the ghostwriter a little bit of information so it can create the description and titles for you. You can add keywords if you want. So Instagram growth, content marketing, introverts, and business. All right. And then you can even add a call to action if you wanted to. Click on generate pin details and it's going to work its magic. All right, cool. Now it's come up with a pin title, a different description for each pin. So you don't even have to write your descriptions anymore. It saves you so much time. Then you can click on save details, go back to the pin scheduler, and now it's all been populated in the drafts and you can go ahead and schedule. Another really cool feature that is new is the smart pin feature. This again will save you so much time and energy because you don't even have to create the pins yourself. This is the part where Tailwind creates the pin for you entirely based on the blog post that you give it, so the URL and the images that it finds on that blog post. I'm going to click on add a new smart pin. Let's copy paste this URL here, and then you can add keywords or phrases if you want. This one is about passive income, so I'm going to click next, and this will use 3 of your AI credits each time you do this. Now it's going to load all the images that it found on that specific blog post. I'm not going to use the GIFs. I'm just going to use the main feature image that I have on that blog post. So I'm going to save selected images, and now it's automatically going to create a new pin for you every single week. Let's click on get a pin now so we can see what this looks like. Yes, we're going to use credit and create pin. Now the smart pins aren't going to automatically be put in your smart schedule. They will show up in your draft so you have a chance to review them. You can change the pin design right here. You can change the color, and it's going to come up with automatic pin titles for you and a description, and of course link out to that blog post. This I think is my favorite feature right now because I don't even have to create the pins myself. I just give it my blog post and it's going to create a pin for me, and these look pretty nice. I mean, come on, they look pretty good. So highly recommend you use this feature as well. Another thing that I wanted to show you is their Chrome extension tool. We go onto this blog post right here, click on the Chrome extension tool, click on the images that I want to use, go to schedule. This is going to open up the pin scheduler again with the blog post title. All you have to do is either use the ghostwriter for the description or write the description yourself and schedule to a relevant board. Super cool. By using the Chrome extension, you can connect your WordPress, you can connect your Etsy, your WooCommerce, wherever you create content, you can use the extension, click on it, and then schedule your pins directly in Tailwind, and you're good to go. My workflow is I will write the blog post, I will create my pins in Canva, download them, upload them to Tailwind as a batch. I will bulk edit. I will also use the ghostwriter so I don't have to write the description or come up with clickable titles myself. I'm going to let Tailwind do that for me, and then off you go. Schedule them to my smart schedule, and I don't even have to think about going to Pinterest and pinning manually every single day. This just saves me so much time. I really am grateful to Tailwind for sponsoring this video because I'm very picky about the sponsorships that I do. I only work with brands that I use myself. And so again, thank you to Tailwind for sponsoring this video. If you want to try Tailwind for yourself, which I really recommend if you're not using Pinterest marketing and using Tailwind, we need to wake up from that nap because we need to stop sleeping on Pinterest marketing for introverted creatives. It's the best way to quietly, cozily grow your online business while you're snoozing or watching Friends or doing whatever introvert activity you enjoy most doing. Using my link in the description, you can get 50 bonus AI credits so you can try out the really cool smart pin feature and the ghostwriter yourself if you use my link in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. It has been a while since I've shared an update for how I am currently driving traffic to my blog using Pinterest and of course Tailwind. So I hope this behind the scenes was helpful. Try it yourself. Link is in the description below to start using Tailwind and the 50 bonus AI credits. All right, I will see you next week for another video. Cozy vibes. Bye. Oh God.